What happens if undersea cables in the Strait of Hormuz are cut? Have you ever wondered what really keeps the world connected? Not satellites, not Wi-Fi, but thousands of kilometers of invisible cables lying deep beneath the ocean. One of the most critical locations for these cables is the Strait of Hormuz, a narrow passage between the Persian Gulf and the open sea. Most people know it as a vital oil route, but few realize it's also a major artery for global data. Nearly 95% of the world's internet traffic travels through undersea cables. And several of these cables pass through or near this region, connecting Asia, the Middle East, and Europe. So what would happen if those cables were suddenly cut? Let's imagine. First, internet disruptions. Countries in the Middle East would be hit the hardest. Connections between Asia and Europe could slow dramatically. In some areas, the internet might partially go down. Not completely offline, but unstable, delayed, unreliable. Second, financial shockwaves. Global banking systems rely on these cables. International transfers, stock markets, forex trading all depend on real-time data. If connectivity is disrupted, transactions could be delayed. Trading platforms might lag. Markets could react with sudden volatility. Third, the ripple effect on global markets. Uncertainty spreads fast. Investors move quickly. Safe haven assets like gold often surge during geopolitical tension. Oil prices could spike, especially since the Iran sits along this strategic choke point. And that leads to a fourth impact: energy disruption. Around 20% of the world's oil passes through this narrow strait. Any instability here doesn't just affect data, it affects energy, inflation, and economies worldwide. Now you might wonder, are there backups? Yes, there are alternative cable routes. There are satellites. There are global cloud networks like Amazon Web Services and Google Cloud that help reroute traffic. But here's the truth: they can reduce the damage, but they cannot fully replace the speed and capacity of undersea cables. So even a partial disruption could create noticeable global effects. In today's world, cutting undersea cables isn't just a technical issue. It's a form of modern geopolitical power, a kind of invisible warfare, silent, but incredibly impactful. Because in a connected world, whoever controls the flow of information holds real power. And that's the hidden story beneath the waves. If you found this episode insightful, stay tuned for more deep dives into the unseen forces shaping our world.